Little market recap Friday. Um, but today I was not planning on trading at all, and I ended up trading. Um, which is like really weird. I woke up at like 10:20, and then I checked my Discord chat, and people were trading today, and I was like, why the fuck am I not trading today? Like my mentor isn't, but that's just because he's been having like a pretty good week, and Turkey week's been pretty shitty. And also today is like a early close and it's day after Thanksgiving, so might not bring the best, but if you're seeing good price action, why wouldn't you trade that, Because there's no reason why it shouldn't necessarily. Um, yeah, so I hopped on, right? And I was just looking at I'll start at 9:30 open, see what I actually missed. But like, hourly, we had SMT right here. Um, and then we got displacement out of it, right? So number one, you really want to be trading ES, but the problem is ES today had such low volatility. If I put in the max amount, which is like three minis, for ES, it would be like for a huge stop, it would be like max 500 risk. So really, even if, ES was the better asset, like I still had to trade NQ today, which is fine, it's whatever. Um, but yeah, I'm just gonna go in. We had another SMT right here. So even more divergence in price, whatever. And yeah, so we got that SMT, right? So basically what I would look for right here is yeah, just these gaps to be inverse because if there was a sweep on both assets, I would want to see it displacing above that high and then a pullback. But if there's an SMT and then we get an inverse right here, I don't need to see displacement above that high to enter. I can just enter off of this. This probably was a 2 minute for value gap or something. Yeah, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute. Okay. I mean, that 5 minute looks like fucking perfect. Yeah, let me just drop on the 1 minute on ES2 to see what's what. So yeah, ES was definitely more bullish in this scenario. Um, but honestly, right here, if you waited, if this fair value gap inverse, right, we should go at least to these highs, and the draw is higher, so you just go break even, I guess, right there. So we tap back into. I would have gotten stopped out actually. But yeah, we came, I mean, I stopped that, but break even. We came right here, we retapped into that fair value gap, put it at the low, expecting these gaps and also this inverse fair value gap to hold it to the highs. If you took profit the highs, that'd been terrible. Yes, that's just a break even trade for me. Um, what else? Honestly, this inverse was really good actually. Yeah, you would take this on ES, but yeah, no, you can't risk anything on ES, which is the problem. So you could take this on NQ. For me, I think it was probably a little too high up in the leg, for me to take. Yeah, I probably would not have taken that. But what I did end up taking was um this inverse right here. So this is when I actually hopped onto the charts was like 10:25, I think. So we were retracing and I still thought the draw was higher. So we did come up to, was that previous day high? Might have been previously high, or this was previously high, whatever. We swept something on ES over here and something on NQ over here. So even though I was still bearish, I mean bullish, I wanted to see a retrace and then back up because I thought the draw was still higher. Um Yeah, what we got basically was we got this inverse right here. And just because I just woke up, I was honestly a little off and I should not have been trading number one and then like do my normal setup or anything in the morning. Um, but yeah, as soon as that inverse, wait for a tap back or honestly didn't even inverse that high. So I would have probably just entered there. Put your stops at this low and then TP up here. Confident, very confident 1.5. Um, Problem was I didn't enter on that. I thought that this 1 minute for value gap would somehow hold price. No, there's no way, especially when you get this reaction out of a 5 minute fair value gap and you inverse these big fair value gaps right here, you're gonna go this isn't gonna hold it, you're gonna go to these highs. Um but yeah, so instead of entering there, I end up entering off the inverse of that one tiny minute one, the tap back into it, and I put my stops at the low of this order block, which was a huge no-no. Basically what happened was this um hold on, I gotta get rid of this. This 1035 candle, basically it came down and it didn't stop going down for the whole entire time. Basically, there's no bullish pressure whatsoever. It literally came down, I entered Sousa tap back and just kept going down and went straight to my stop loss. And I was in like pretty heavy. I was in like 600 risk. I ended up losing 600 on that. Um so yeah, I was a little pissed about that. But I still thought the draw was higher. So um, yeah, this ended up working. What we ended up wanting to do actually was just coming into this 2 minute for value gap, and I failed to see that again, probably because I literally just woke up. So um, my mistake. But I did end up getting back most of it. I think I'm only down 150 on the day, so that's fine. And I didn't enter like just because I was down on the day. I entered because I was confident that this trade would work out. It wasn't just because I ended up on a loss. I'm still in a loss, but just ended up being a smaller loss. And yeah, I only like to lose like 1% on my account max. So since I lost 600, I only risked 400 on the next trade. So basically what I did was this high I wanted to get hit, right, on ES. And so I was looking at both, but kind of just wanted to see what ES was doing, and I would just enter on NQ as if I was entering on ES, if that makes sense. We came down and right here, this would have been a tap into a 15-minute fair value gap. So what I was looking for was us to come down, sweep this low, hopefully put in like some sort of SMT and then get bullish reaction out of that. That would have been a perfect setup. But we didn't actually tap it. We got this close, that close to touching that 15 minute, and we just got this bullish reaction. So I was like, okay, that's probably just, faking us out or something. But then I looked at ES and I was like, okay, ES is still going up. We have this 1 minute inverse. If we inverse that, we're definitely going to these equal highs. You have equal highs right there, and then we have previous day highs right here. So it's pretty confident draw that we're going higher after that. But I did want to see a decent amount just because that 15-minute gap was right there, and we looked pretty bearish, and we looked like we really wanted to tap into that, but I guess not. So yeah, as soon as ES got up here, I'm like, okay, I'm pretty confident we're going higher. I just want to see that 1 minute inverse. We inverse that 1 minute. I wait for ES to actually tap into it, and then I just entered on NQ. I end up getting a fill like right here and put my stops down here. And original TP would have been those highs. I should have, I didn't end up holding all the way, but I should have definitely held. I would have been up on the day by a decent amount instead of being still down on the day, but it's whatever. I was just being pretty cautious. Um, but yeah, so that was my stop. Just reason being, right, is that I didn't just because of displacement from ES, I didn't expect us to come down into this 15-minute yet. Looking on Nasdaq looked pretty bearish though, just because we got that close to the 15-minute. There was a 3 minute imbalance, but because ES was just so bullish and we got that V-shaped recovery, inverse that gap. I was confident ES was going up, so Nasdaq should also go up with it. Or it would just like chop around or something. But honestly, the price action was pretty clean. So I was like, okay, I think we're pretty correlated right now. So just entered on that. Um, yeah, we ended up getting this. I took out 50% like on this candle, I think, which probably was like what probably I took it out like 1 to 5 or whatever. So that should have been like 250 250 from that or something. Um, and then I was still in half, right? Now, here's the thing is that ES swept these equal highs. So you have an SMT there. And my stops are at break even. And we got that big displacement down, but huge thing today. Even if I just woke up, I was so confident on the draw being hit that I still held it. Um, and I'm super happy that I did that because I know that coming into that into this area, we shouldn't go to those lows, even though we have an SMT up there, the draw is still bullish. So we're just retracing, we're coming into a fair value gap, ERL, IRL to ERL. So we get this displacement and then where is it? Yeah. We end up sweeping that high with this candle right here. So I take out everything else right there. So I'm fully out of the position at that point. I think total risk to reward is probably like 1.3, 1.4 with 400 risk. So yeah, end up like down 150. But then literally as soon as I got out, we draked up like that, and we're probably gonna go to these highs on NQ. But I'm not mad at that. I secured the profits. I made sure that I kept my losses small. I didn't necessarily need a big win today because I didn't even plan on trading today. Um, and yeah, ES already swept the objective. ES was the bullish asset, and Q doesn't necessarily need to go to that. So I'm perfectly fine with that. Do I wish I held? Yes. Should I have held? No, because just following my rules. And yeah, overall, pretty good day. Just like if I'm waking up late, don't I kind of rushed into it a little bit and I knew I wasn't 100% there going into it and I still kind of just traded, and that's just not what you should do. You should have, your usual routine, get your routine done, and what is proven that gets you locked in, and then trade. So is what it is today. I would have Yeah, I would have gotten off after this win, so tap back into the inverse, stops. Yeah, stops are down here. That's a 9 point stop though. I probably would have kept it like there realistically. And yeah, would have made 1.5, probably risking. I think I was planning on risking 750 today. So honestly not mad because that would have been just short of passing my account. And yeah, I'm just not mad at that. So Monday I'll come in. I'm still 1.5 up on the account, only 115 drawdown. So if I risk 750 for a 2 hour trade, I'm passing the account. So just gonna come in Monday with not sleeping in and actually being ready to trade and planning on trading and fucking up the market because it's just a matter of time before I'm fucking making tens of thousands for like a single trade. Like I have everything I need right now. It's literally just executing properly and making sure I'm in the right headspace. Yeah. Today was not in the right headspace in the beginning, but yeah, that's it.